Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to go over some of those weekly reminders on things that you'll want to do that are going to be going away with maintenance. The first part of this video, we'll go over like the special limited time things that normally don't happen every week. And then the second half of the video, we'll do the static weekly trades that always happen every single week that we just kind of repeat little reminders on, things that'll help you to not miss out on stuff that you want to always trade in for. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So we do have another Arks record ranking going on, and it's a good idea to hit this before maintenance comes. Now if you open up your menu and you go to personal and then down to Arks records and then random challenge records, you can see right here it's South Kvaris stage 1. And it's always a good idea to just do one run of this at least, that way so you can get yourself a participation reward. And if you do really good, you might possibly get more Arks record badges with getting silver or gold. Now as well, I also like to mention every week that when it comes to these Arks record rankings, if you have characters on multiple ships, you can do one run per ship because it's an individual ranking reward. And you can actually get an individual ranking reward per ship, getting more Arks record badges. And then you can use those badges to get those weekly star gems, which is really nice because it affects your entire account. Now the way that you would find this, if you open up your world map, you can find it over in South Kvaris, right here next to this Ryuker, the Danon Snowfield East, and you would start it up via this little terminal right here. So we do have an AC scratch that'll be going away with the upcoming maintenance, and that's going to be the Starlight fashion. So it's a good idea if you've been scratching on this to make sure that you use your selector ticket so you can pick anything that you want from the prize listing prize pool here. Now, this scratch actually had a lot of really nice stuff inside of here too, so it's definitely a good idea to go through here and see if there's anything in here that you want to pick up before it's too late, because a lot of this stuff's probably going to be pretty cheap right now, and once the scratch is gone, of course, usually most of this stuff generally tends to go up. So I would definitely go through and check some of this stuff out. Now, I did want to point out too, whenever it comes to the outfits inside of the scratch, my friend Corone, she actually made a video showcasing off all the differences between these outfits here too. So I'm going to leave a link in the video description below so y'all can go check out her outfit showcase video for this scratch here. Okay, so this part of the video, we're going to go over some of those static weekly trades on things that you should be trading in for every week. We pretty much try to remind this every week. It's just repeatable stuff that you always want to trade in for. And they do kind of update it here and there with different things, and we try to add that into the listing along the way as they added in the new stuff. So first place we're going to go is the first shop on the left over here in Central City, to the item trader Travis. Now this one up here at the very top, they recently added in at the item recycle. They added in where you can trade in for these in rare drop rate 100% 1 hours. You can trade in for 10 of these a week. And then right below that as well, you want to trade in for these add preset skill level 1 things. You can trade in for 3 of these a week. These are really important because these generate fixa at 100% level 1 on any piece of gear that you use it on. So it's really good idea just to stock up on these. Even if you don't want to use one this week, it's a good idea to have a nice little stockpile of these, because then you can actually, you know, spam generating fixa on something, trying to get the fixa that you want, like whether it be Fatal or Termia or what have you, or maybe Orgsees for the armor and stuff like that. And then underneath it here, right here is the item exchange. You always want to go here and trade in for your in augmentation success rate 10%. You can get 3 of these a week too. It's really important for enhancing your gear with the augmenting. Then down here, you want to make sure that you go to Arks record badge exchange and trade in for your weekly star gems here too. And as well, if you need them, you can always trade in for some of these like Arms Refiner 2 and Aegis Integra here too. Mostly it's just the star gems that you kind of want to hit on this one. Now we do have item exchange Kvaris here. You can trade in for these different materials here for making the radar weapons per week, and there's also a trade in here outside of here for the cold resistance too, in case you need some of those too. There is the item exchange SEGA here that I do like to mention. Now the stuff inside of here is not really useful anymore, but you can get a hold of like Arms Refiner and EX cubes inside of here and stuff, in case if you need some of those things too. A really important one is going to be the Aegis Integra exchange. Towards the bottom of the Aegis Integra exchange, you always want to trade in for these different capsules down here, because you can make Lux Halfinale as a final product via trading in these things. You'll make Halfinale, and then you can turn the Halfinale into Lux Halfinale. These are really important. It's one of the best augments in the game. And then also the Giga Strungman exchange here. You can trade in for the different TA customization discs here. It's always a good idea to try to hit these too. This is a limited time weekly trade as well. And then the Growthman exchange, you can also trade in for more TA customization discs inside of here. And as well, there's also a trade inside of here for Arms Refiner 2. And then if you need them, you can also get hold of the LC capsules, but we kind of get those a little bit everywhere now. And then lastly, I'm going to mention the Dread Scale exchange. You can trade in for the TA customization disc X Omni here. You can only trade up for 1 of these a week, so you want to make sure you hit that too. Okay, and then from there, we're going to run down the street to the last shop on the right in Central City, and this is going to be at the Item Enhancement Lab. Now, here at the very bottom down here, you can trade in for other enhancement materials, and right inside of here, you can trade in for weekly Gold Prim Sword 2 and Gold Prim Armor 2, and this is really useful for taking your gear up to +80, and as well, you can also trade in for these Photon Chunk 2 A and B. In case you need some of those, you use those to unlock potential 6 on your weapon. And then as well, there's also a trade in here for Arms Refiner 2, in case if you need some of them too. You can trade in for up to 20 of those a week. Okay, and then from there, we're going to run under the Tower of Central City up the stairs here. And that's going to be the Alliance Activity Support NPC Tim. Now, Tim has Alliance tasks, and if you do Alliance tasks, you get Alliance badges, in which in turn you want to use those Alliance badges for the different Genesis points here, as well as Star Gem trade. And also you can trade in for these different triggers here sometimes. Sometimes these actually have some pretty good value to them, so you just kind of want to check the player markets. Some of them are good to stock up on, and some of them are kind of useless. Okay, so the last part of the video here, we're going to be going back to base PSO2, and that's going to be trading in for the Casino Star Gems, and as well Buster Metal Star Gems. Now, base PSO2 is a separate download from PSO2 NGS, but it is very worthwhile to have it because you can get weekly Star Gems there. Now, the way that you would access base PSO2 is if you're at any Ryuker in the game, you can go to block transfer, and there's an option up at the very top, transfer to PSO2 block. Okay, so here we are in base PSO2. Upon logging into the game, it'll put you right here in the Arks ship lobby. Now, if you turn around, there's an elevator right here, which will take you to the shopping plaza. And then from there, if you jump off of this little ramp here and turned around, you'll be facing directly at the casino. Now, up the stairs to the left here, it takes you up to a shop up here for Metal Barterer. And inside the Metal Barterer shop, you can actually trade in for Buster Metals, and you can go to the limited time Buster Metal exchange here, and you can get 100 Star Gems weekly here for Buster Metal. Now, in order to get a hold of Buster Metals, you can get them from the trigger for the Cradle of Darkness. Now, those come from Alliance shops and base PSO2. A lot of people just tend to start them up, and you can just join them in the counter. And if you do PFC bursting inside there, you'll actually get a lot of Buster Metals pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and leave from there. We're going to run down the stairs here. We're going to go inside the casino here. Now, the casino has a weekly trade inside of here that I like to do every week. You can actually do this per ship too, which is really nice. So right over here to the left, there's a prize attendant here. And right here for limited time prizes, you can trade in for weekly Star Gems right here. And as I mentioned, you can trade these in per week per ship too. So if you have characters on multiple ships, it is an independent trade per ship. Now this will take casino coins to actually trade in for these. So if you've never been in the casino before, there's an NPC right here, which will give you some passes for doing different little tasks around the casino. And there's also little games inside of here that you can play and stuff where you can get a hold of casino coins. Now, once you have the casino coin passes, you got to take them to this Voldragon machine here, and he has an option where you can spend for like 5 passes at a time, and he'll spit some random value of coins out at you. Now, another good way of getting a hold of these passes is via doing daily orders in base PSO2. This is actually really easy too. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the main Ark ship lobby and show you that real quick. So here we are back at the main Ark ship lobby. Now, if you run over to the left, there's a daily order attendant over here. Now, this daily order attendant here, she usually has some collect harvesting and fishing orders down here, which are pretty good. You can actually stock up on a lot of these, like the items from these, and you can actually turn these in as like a daily order clear. And you can see like right here, for example, I just grabbed this facility mints one here, and it's 219 of this item I have. I'm actually going to turn this in, and I'm going to adjust the value to just turn in 1 because I want to keep the rest of these items so I can use them on another character or another turn in later in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that in. And whenever I back out from that, you're going to see it pops up that I've completed a daily order, giving me 5 casino coin passes, which is a minimum of 500 casino coins, if not more, depending on RNG. And in turn, that's going to turn into a lot of weekly Star Gems from the casino. Now, you can actually do this daily order like this per day per character too. So I could actually log into another character and turn in another one of those facility mints that I just did, and I can get 5 more casino coins. And I can do that just in a matter of minutes. So it's a pretty low effort Star Gems weekly. It's pretty worthwhile. By the way, I wanted to point out, if you like some of the artwork and sketches and the gifs that you see in some of my videos here, the stuff that you see on the screen, it's all commissions that I have done by an amazing artist named Miasmajin. I'm going to leave a link in the video description below to Miasmajin's Twitter, so you can contact them if you're interested in doing any commissions. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.